Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Angry Dave podcast. I am Dave. My next guest is me. So, I have a story for you. Let's say, I don't know, maybe you and a couple of your friends decide to go out, maybe, I don't know, in Wildwood, right? And you set up a designated driver for you and your one friend, and maybe that friend's name's, I don't know, maybe Michael Bright. And you and Michael Bright are going to go visit your friend who owns a pizza shop in North Wildwood and to go hang out for the night. And maybe his name is, I don't know, just let's make up a name like Mike Lane, his name is. So this guy, Mike Lane and Michael Bright, go out, you have a good time. The designated driver's waiting for you guys to be done. And you stop at your buddy Mike Lane's pizza shop at the end of the night and they're getting closed up. You guys are all a little drunk. You need something to eat. And your friend orders a panzarotti. Your friend Michael Bright orders a panzarotti. And the owner of the pizza shop, Mike, says, hey, make him a panzarotti before you close up. And then you, being me, say, hey, can I have one of those too? And I said, yeah, no problem. Make him one too. Or at least that's what you thought, right? So then you're sitting there. You're waiting for your panzarotti. And then Mike Bright gets his panzarotti. He's eating it. He splits it with Mike Lane. I'm like, hey, man, am I getting my panzarotti? They said, yeah, it's coming in a couple minutes. You sit there, you wait. You watch them eat the nice fried gooiness, the cheese running on their faces. They have a soda, too, with it. They finish up. And Mike Bright says to you, all right, man, let's go. We'll go get our ride. And I'm like, yo, man, where's my panzarotti? And they both laugh at you and say, sorry, buddy, you're not getting your panzarotti. Yeah, that's silence. That's silence. That was silence right there for a couple seconds. So my friends, who I set the night up out to go out, I set a ride so we could both get drunk and we could both get a ride back to my place. Oh, and by the way, Mike Bright, he came out with me all day and we rode on the jet skis and he tried to ruin my jet ski too. Like he had, got a whole bunch of fucking seaweed caught up inside of it. But that's another story. But anyway, back to the panzarotti. I didn't get my fucking panzarotti. What kind of friends make you sit there and watch them eat late night when you have a ride waiting for them? And by the way, that ride was my wife who came out and spent her night on the boardwalks just basically waiting for us to be done getting drunk to take us home. But I didn't get a panzarotti. So I spend my hard-earned marital capital on them to get me a ride to get out for the night. And I can't even get a fucking panzerotti. I can't even get a piece of a panzerotti from my goddamn friend's pizza shop, his steak shop, his panzerotti shop. That's the way I get treated. This is what my friends do to me. I mean, sure, did I need the panzerotti? Is it better for my health that I didn't have the deep fried goodness? Sure. Sure. But that's not the point. The point is they're mean and it's not nice. And I don't appreciate it and I'm owed an apology because I would have never done that to them. Ever, 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 ever done that to them. I once hurt Michael Bright and I hurt his shoulder, and I felt bad about it. I don't feel bad about it anymore. I hope he breaks his shoulder, and I hope Mike Lane has 17 more babies. 17 more babies. I hope he has a goddamn whole litter of babies until he's 75 years old. I hope he is the new Robert De Niro of babies. It's not nice. It wasn't nice what they did to me. They call themselves friends. Friends don't do that to other friends. Friends let friends have saturated fats late at night on a Saturday in Wildwood after they're drunk. I would never do that to them. I would never. I would always get them a panzarotti. It's kind of some bullshit. And I want all of you, anybody that listens to this, to make sure that you know that my friends are mean to me and they're inconsiderate. And I don't think that they deserve me as a friend. I certainly owed an apology and several panzerottis, particularly late at night on the boardwalk in Wildwood. So if you might see either one of these guys, just remember, don't ever trust them to get you late night food because they'll be selfish. I've seen them do it. They will make a mockery of your friendship and you, and they'll laugh at you under their breath while cheese is oozing out of their face. Pricks. I wouldn't be upset if either one of them got gonorrhea in their mouth or a yeast infection in their ears. You know what I mean? Just, it's kind of what they deserve. They deserve. I'm hurt. My feelings are hurt. And I want a panzerotti. Thank you for listening. One more thing. For all my friends out there, just so you know, I am weaponizing this podcast. So if you choose to have your panzerotti gate against me and treat me like the little chubby, angry little man that I am, and you want to laugh at me and make a fool out of me and not give me my panzerotti that I'm due, I will weaponize this podcast against you. Shot fired, motherfuckers. On to the next topic. So, yesterday, which was Monday morning, I had a day off of work, and I decided to go jet skiing by myself. I had a really nice day, although for a little bit there, I got caught in the mud off the bay there. I got caught. I'm stuck in the mud. I'm standing there. I got to pull the jet ski out of the mud and then get the seaweed out from underneath of it. I'm doing this, and there's at least 4 boaters around me, right? It took me, I don't know, 35, 40 minutes to get this thing out of the mud and all fixed up. And I'm standing in like knee deep of water in the bay, North Wildwood. 4 or 5 boaters around me. Jet skis go by me. Not one motherfucker asked me if I needed help. Not one. I'm new to boating and jet skiing, but is that normal behavior for a dude that looks like he's stranded in the middle of the water in the bay? That you don't even say, "Hey man, are you okay? You need any help as you're in knee deep water and stuck in mud? You're slipping, your shoes are falling off." At one point, I had to take my shoes off, put them on the jet ski, and stand in the mud because they were my shoes kept falling off. I mean, it all worked out, and I figured it all out. But literally, no one helped me. No one even asked if I needed help. I don't know. I can't imagine in a million years that I would ever do that. I mean, maybe that's just the way of the world. Like my friends don't give me panzerottis when they make me sit there and watch them eat them. And then boaters just, they just keep fucking fishing and having a good old time drinking beer, watching me fucking pull a fucking 500-pound jet ski out of the water or out of the mud. What's wrong with people? I mean, what's wrong with people? Oh, and by the way, right before that, right, I was riding in a jet ski and I saw dolphins. There was dolphins in the bay. I saw like 5 or 6 dolphins, like on both sides of me. I was riding along with them, like real slow. It was nice. And then I see this guy driving a bigger jet ski. What he had his wife and his 2 young kids on the jet ski. And I motion to him. I point to where the dolphins are, and then he rides by me, and I tell him that the dolphins are there, and he grunts at me as if I was a asshole. So again, is there something with like our boaters all douche fucking nozzles? Is that like a thing now, or I don't know? But any boaters out there, if you want to chime in and let me know if that's like the culture, like everybody's a dick bag, um, just let me know. I mean, because I'm happy to know that. I mean, I'll just act accordingly. But again, some strange shit went on yesterday, and I was annoyed by it. I also found out that apparently sometimes dolphins like are very aggressive and have been known to sexually assault uh, women in particular. And this happens at like when you're like swimming with the dolphins, those type of things. Apparently, that's like a thing, a phenomenon that dolphins can be very aggressive. So I didn't know that. But if there was ever a day that I wish a dolphin would have anally raped somebody, it would have been yesterday on one of those boats that were sitting there watching me struggle. By the way, my fucking back is killing me today because I was pulling the jet ski over mud. Uh, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to move on now. Next topic, my fucking riding mower. So I buy this riding mower like 2 years ago when I got the house in New Jersey. And the first year was fine. But last year, it was a pain in the ass. I kept snapping the belts, right? And then I couldn't find a belt anywhere, anywhere for literally a year. I still can't find the manufacturer's belt. They don't exist anymore. I don't know. But I finally found so I keep getting belts that are a quarter inch too big and they keep like falling off and snapping and whatever. I finally found a belt last week that actually fits and it snapped in about 30 seconds when I got back onto the lawnmower. Is this a goddamn thing? Like, does everybody have problems with their lawnmower? Their riding mower, like with the fucking belts, and they don't fit, and you can't find the right size, and it snaps off. And this fucking drives me fucking nuts. I guess it's first world problems, but I want to kill this fucking lawnmower, and I want to kill the manufacturer. It's a Cub Cadet. That's right, Cub Cadet. I looked at the reviews when I bought it. It was supposed to be, one of the best, and it was a little bit cheaper than like Detroit built or the other lawnmowers. So I bought it, and it's been nothing but problems. They don't have the right parts now. I think the actual deck of the lawnmower, the deck there is fucking all fucking wonked out. So I neither get a new deck, and I think they're like $800. I think I paid 2,500 for the whole damn thing, and they're like $900 for this fucking deck. So I don't know if I want to buy a fucking new lawnmower or or buy the new deck or get it fixed. I don't know, but this thing is driving me goddamn fucking bananas. It's every week. I got to do something else. Like I'm a goddamn mechanic. I've had to spend 30, 40 hours over the last year and a half fucking changing belts. I'm like a pit crew on belts. I mean, I've literally gone through 10 goddamn belts and probably spent, I don't know, what is it, like $30 a belt, $300 on fucking belts. I want to kill this belt. I want to kill the goddamn lawnmower. It's pretty in yellow though, but I just want to kill it. Ah, ah, ah. I'm so mad at it. I don't. I'm gonna get an electric one just because they don't have belts. Like I want to go spend more money for an electric one just so I never have to look at a fucking deck belt ever again in my goddamn life. That brings me to my fucking love hate relationship with anything mechanical or labor oriented. It never works out perfectly. It's always harder than it's really supposed to be. And that kind of shit drives me fucking nuts. Like, aren't we sophisticated enough where, like, holes that you give that are prefab for, I don't know, say a screw should fit all the time? Why, when you build something that's like from a manufacturer, I don't know, like a gazebo, why do the holes never perfectly line up? Aren't we making it from a machine? Like, does everybody that runs these machinery all fucking cockeyed? Like, is it like is it everybody running the machine have like a 65-year IQ and are blind? I don't understand it. I don't understand why, why I can measure things perfectly and then I nail them together, but it never perfectly lines up. I mean, I understand that's why like spackle exists or joint compound, but the idea of that drives me bananas. I don't have the patience for it. I want to kill everything and everybody around me when stuff doesn't go right. When I look at a direction and it doesn't make sense, or I followed the direction and I have to take it apart because it was confusing. And I'm a pretty smart guy. These directions, the directions too. Oh, God, the directions on things that you're putting together. Ugh. Yeah, I'm terrible at it. I try now the best that I can to have my wife read the directions and tell me exactly what to do. And I just try to listen. I'm trying very hard to just listen to what she tells me to do and to, hold things together and put the screws in and to not do anything other than what I'm told to do. Because it's the only way that I don't want to fucking murder everything and everybody when I do these things. I do like the end product though. And I like the idea that I maybe someday will get better at it, and maybe someday it won't frustrate the shit out of me. I'm not there yet, but I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. Uh, but I get so frustrated. So frustrated. I don't know. It's just annoying. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed by it. I should just hire people for these things. But, I want to be a man. I don't want to be a little I want to be a man and I want to build things. But I hate it. I really do. I hate painting. I hate taking the time and then doing everything I think is doing everything the right way and it still doesn't come out exactly the right way. I don't like the idea that you have to tinker. I like exactness or preciseness, like a right or wrong. Ugh. Like building is more like baking almost, right? Like it's not an exact science, but it should be. I don't know. In any event, and maybe I'm completely wrong and I should never build anything. I wish I had the patience that other people have that seem to have the knack for this stuff. I just don't have that patience. It doesn't exist in me. I want to be done with things the first time and I want it to make sense and be easy if I follow the directions or do it the way I'm supposed to do it. It's not supposed to be a challenge. Okay, enough of that. All right, my next topic. All right, I talked about Panzerotti Gate, the long tractors and belts, building things and boaters. Oh, I-95. So, you fucking crazy motherfuckers with your I-95 conspiracies. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? A goddamn tanker truck blew up underneath I-95. There's no conspiracy. It melted the metal, you jitbags. Remember at 9/11 when a plane with a bunch of gasoline in it melted metal and the building went boom boom, bye bye. Remember that? It's no different, jitbags. And also, your defeatist attitude. It's gonna take forever. I'll never drive on I-95. What are they doing? They're gonna backfill it? Oh no, I'm not driving on that. Shut the fuck up. You same jitbags that decided, that they knew. Oh god, I can't stand you people. You got a conspiracy for everything. And again, like I don't trust the government and all that stuff. And by the way, it's not the mayor's fault. The mayor doesn't deal with I-95, you assholes. It's a state road. It's the state. The state deals with it, and the federal government's giving us money because it's a disaster, right? We get disaster relief money. So I know you don't like the mayor here in Philadelphia, and I don't particularly like him either. But this is actually not his fault. But I can't. You guys, yeah. Oh, it's not going to be done 4 or 5 years. Al Qaeda, bruh. Shut the fuck up. Just shut the goddamn fuck up with the I-95 conspiracies already. And yeah, the only in Philadelphia this would happen. Really, it only happens in Philadelphia. That's it. Just Philadelphia. Only Philadelphia had roads collapse. That's the only place it's ever happened in the history of man is Philadelphia. We're just so terrible that only our roads fall apart when enormous tanker trucks blow up underneath them. I'll never drive on the road again. Well, if that's true, you've probably never driven on it in the first place. And all of a sudden now you're engineers. Everybody's going to be an engineer. Everybody was an infectious disease doctor for 2 years. Everybody was a politician for the last 6 years. Now everybody's going to be a goddamn fucking building or a road engineer. Oh god. Ugh. I actually don't even understand the need to have an opinion on this topic. Something bad happened. It's like a week into the something bad that happened. Hopefully they fix it as fast as they can. It seems like they're moving forward with fixing it to alleviate the problem. Why is there an opinion already? Like, how could you form an opinion this fast about the response to it? Or how could you have a theory of conspiracy already when the investigation isn't even over? By the way, a dude fucking got torched. Nobody's even really talking about the fact that the dude is you know, they had hardly any remains left. And by the way, I just read that they're supposed to open temporary lanes by this weekend. It like took like a week and a half for them to reopen 95. I mean, that's pretty fantastic uh, in the grand scheme of things. It seems like it takes them 7 years to do anything uh, building. This is like China fast. So take it easy, cuz. You know what I mean? Well, in any event. All right, I'm done with this. Just cut it out with the conspiracy theories. At least give it like time to breathe first before you make some shit up. Thanks. Next topic. This lip singing phenomenon that now I see like 45-year-old men lip singing on TikTok and Instagram. Listen, if you're good, God bless you. I actually like that lip singing show uh, that LL Cool J had. That was fun. But like you're releasing videos and you're not even close to being on in time with the music. And these fucking dance videos, these fucking, oh, mom, look at mom and daughter dancing. You can't dance. Stop doing it. What you're showing the world that you fucking can't dance? Or you can't lip sync? I don't, what is it? Everybody wants to be insta famous. But like, have a skill at least. At least be good. Like the dance videos are cool when like you can dance, or the lip sync videos are cool when you can lip sync. Not if you really suck at it though. Or these fucking group dance videos. Like I actually can't stop. I'm probably part of the problem here because I can't kind of stop watching because it's so terrible. They're so fucking terrible. I just don't understand the desire to be terrible at something and to put it out into the world. As you guys listen to this and you're like, this fucking dude is terrible at a podcast. He's released it into the world. Oh, God. But please stop. Stop. You're embarrassing yourselves. Stop it. Stop it, 47-year-old dude dancing. Cut it out. Or that dancing trucker dude. Cut it the fuck out with your fucking one dance. Like, stop it. Ugh. Right. I do have something funny. I saw something on the TikTok or Instagram. I don't know what the hell it was, but workplace nicknames. Nicknames you have for people in your workplace. So the first one was G Spot. G Spot is a nickname for somebody that you can never find. Ah, it's all they're always missing it. That's good. The next one is Motion Light. The Motion Light, the guy whose nickname is Motion Light, is the guy who's only doing work when the bosses are around. You know what I mean? When the spotlight's on them. Uh-huh. My personal favorite, the one I use and that feel like I created, is the Landetta. Sean Landetta was a great punter who was an all decade punter in the NFL in the 1980s and the 1990s. A Landetta is somebody that always punts, always passes something off to the next person, never finishes their job, always punts. A Landetta. I know a lot of Landettas. I know a lot of Landettas like on second down. You know those people like they like started, they have the great idea, and then it's comes to actually do something, and they do like the littlest thing, and they're like, okay, somebody else take over, get it across the finish line. My idea, I was supposed to be the leader of this, but I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to pretend that I've done everything. Oh, yeah. The credit takers. The credit taker. You know the credit takers, like they call you, they ask you for some help, and you give them some help, and then they forget to mention that you helped them. They're good dudes. Because then they get help from you one time, and then, never again. Fucking scumbags. Oh, how about The Kit Kat. The Kit Kat is somebody who's always on break. Get it? Because you break the Kit Kat. Yeah, those guys. You know those guys? They're always on. How about that too? By the way, I still don't understand these people that they need a smoke break. The smoke break crowd, the 15-minute smoke break crowd that turns into 45 minutes. They're always on a fucking smoke break. It's annoying to me. It's annoying. The smoke break crowd's annoying. You know why do you get extra time because of a vice that you have? It's weird. It's weird. How about the nickname E.T., the guy that always wants to go home? He, he's a, ne- never wants to work the full shift. You know what I'm saying? He's always on his way home. E.T. E.T. phone home. The guy you could call Justin. You know, the one that does just enough, never more than he has to. Just enough. Justin. My personal favorite talk show. You know, the guy that just talks a great game, has all the great ideas, and never fucking does a goddamn thing. Never follows through on anything. And he got you. He's got you. I got you. I got you. Yep. Yeah, I got that. I got that. You know him? Talk show. How about this one? The Blister. He only appears when all the hard work is done. Oh, man. Or the Lava Lamp. Looks good. Not very bright. Oh, yeah. I know a lot of lava lamps. There's a lot of lava lamps out there. $1,000 suit, 10-cent ideas. Oh God, I know so many people with these beautiful clothes, beautiful haircut. Oh God, always smelling beautiful, and there's nothing inside. Fucking nothing. Shit. There's so many of those people in the goddamn workforce. Or the deck chair always folds under pressure. How about the wheelbarrow? Only works when when he's pushed. Yeah. You know, having pride in your work and being like self motivated really is a fucking skill that is valuable and invaluable, and a whole lot of people don't necessarily have it. Oh man, there are a lot of people that can't get anything done without act with the specific direction. A lot of people. How about the how about the foreskin? This is the guy that disappears when things get hard. uh, oh God, that's good. All right, the last one, the butter knife, not the sharpest tool in the drawer. You know what I mean? You know what? I really don't mind butter knives. They're valuable for what they're valuable for. The only time I don't like the butter knife is when it thinks it's, the steak knife. You know what I mean? Those guys, they're a fucking pain in the ass. The butter knives that think they're the steak knives. The butter knives that understand that they're butter knives are very valuable people. So don't underestimate them. Just know your place, motherfuckers, or understand who you are. All right, my final topic for this podcast is, I've been seeing these memes or whatever, or short videos going around saying stuff like everything happens for a reason. It's like this predestination kind of idea that God has a plan and, everything has a reason for it to happen, and it's all, you know, the book is written. I just, that idea drives me bonkers for a number of reasons. First of all, you have one life to live. And to think that you don't have any say in how that life goes seems silly to me. And to worry about what happens when you're dead and to not live your life in a manner that makes you happy or to seek that happiness because you're waiting for something that is untouchable or unknowable seems insane to me. But not only that, the idea that everything happens for a reason, just the idea that God has planned for disastrous things that happen in your life or in society or in the world, that God is on the side of, he knows that a child is going to be raped and murdered. And it's for a reason. There's some reason that we just don't understand. That's all obviously the more drastic idea, but that just can't be true. Everything doesn't happen for a reason. There are reasons why things happen, but it's not, a good reason or planned reason. Shit just happens. There, there is serendipity. There is negative things that happen just because you're at the wrong place at the wrong time, the wrong event, happens. There are things that are just unexplainable and unfortunate. And that's just the way it is. And you can't control it. And there's nobody that's controlling it. But that's okay. I mean, it doesn't change the fact that you should be trying to live your life in the best way that you can to make yourself happy. I feel like the idea of that everything happens for a reason, that whole idea is just so fundamentally damaging to the psyche because as if somebody else is running your life. The only life that you have, the only time that you have, the time is so precious, relationships are precious, and you're just waiting for these things to happen because, you expect them to happen for you instead of taking control of your psyche and taking control of your life and trying to make things happen. You know, you can change your life. You can make things happen for yourself. There aren't things that are happening to you, right? I mean, there are things that are happening to you, but you can make a difference in how those things occur and how those things affect you. I don't know. I just get annoyed by seeing those ideas out there that where it's all predetermined. It fucking can't be. It just can't be. God can't have that much time and energy and, you know, he can't be, doing everything all the time. Be, if it's the same God that is, all powerful and all loving, it can't be both, right? He can't be all powerful and all loving because really bad shit happens. So he's not either not all powerful or not all loving. Or maybe he is just powerful, but he has given us this world and this life and we live it the way we live it. And things happen because we're all in this big society together and it's the butterfly effect. We affect each other and there are reasons things happen, but it's not because it was determined to happen that way. It's the butterfly effect. We all have effect on each other. And maybe if we thought about it that way and that we conceive that every time that we touch someone, that it's going to have an effect on them, that we are the people that are happening for a reason, maybe we would be a little bit better to each other, or, have more thought in the way we interact with one another instead of trying to put the blame on God or some, predestination kind of idea. That's my philosophical thought of the day. Just live your goddamn life. Don't worry so much about what's going to happen when it's all said and done. Just be a good person and try to be happy. Do what makes you happy as long as you're not hurting anybody. I can't imagine that isn't going to get you into heaven if there's a heaven that exists, because it just doesn't that wouldn't make any sense otherwise. And I again can't imagine that God or this, the creator is sitting there penciling in everything that happens to every one of the billions of people that are have ever existed. Just doesn't make sense, and it doesn't, the evidence out there doesn't suggest that that's true. Yeah, man. That's all I got on that one. I don't want to leave you on such a philosophical note, so I leave you with a joke that I heard from Kristen El Adrizzi, and it goes like this. Hey, what did the one saggy boob say to the other saggy boob? We better start getting some support around here, or everybody's going to think we're nuts. And I'm out. See you next time. Peace.